Okay. I, I told you that the way we are going to run this course, I want to ensure that each and every individual who is part of this team benefits, as well as in benefiting themselves, but also benefiting others when it comes to the evolving the trends of the IT nation. Now, this will be achieved through collaboration, through participation, through engagement, through collaboration. I want individuals who are going to come and present about particular topics. Which particular topics I will share in a model. That is via what? Uh, via your what? Via your course on model, whereby I expect members to ensure that they do all what they can to see that they come and present to the rest of the members as experts, not people who are just trying out stuff, maybe, But I want someone, by the time you come here, yes, you are able to present to us from an informed point of view, the way how you perceive the area of investigation in terms of what the technology is, why does the technology deserves a mention, or why is it important for communities to have a share on this bit of technology? How does technology work? How does this technology work? Where can it be applied, and so on? You get. So that is where and what I'm aiming to basically achieve. But my brief, today is going to be, I'm going to speak about AI, artificial intelligence, as one of the what? As one of the emerging trends in the ICT sector. Like I said, I'm not sharing any notes, but I'm having a discussion where I need you to ask, I need you to listen, I need you to participate, because I want to have a discussion. I don't want to have maybe, I don't know which session, but I want to just discuss what I know about AI so that you are able to understand what I'm talking about when it comes to what? To AI as one of the what? Emerging trends in the ICT what? ICT sector. Now, when we talk of artificial intelligence, we are looking at uh, even when you just listen, I mean, here, the word artificial intelligence. Okay, at least I believe something comes to your mind. But when we talk about artificial intelligence, we are basically looking at computer systems which are built to mimic the human intelligence and perform tasks. You get. When I talk of a system, a computer system that is built to imitate, to mimic, to duplicate the human intelligence and perform tasks, meaning that there are some computer systems which are built specifically to perform like a human being, to execute tasks like a human being. So they can perform tasks like in terms of recognizing images, talk about speech and partners, talk of when it comes to decision making. These systems can be able to perform that in a better what? In a better way. So if we don't take it in that way, we can also maybe consider it as a method of making a computer software think intelligently like a human beings. The way how you can find a way, how do you make certain computer software computer or even actually software to think intelligent like human what? Human being. So AI in most cases is accomplished by studying the pattern of stuff, like the pattern of human being, majorly that part of human being that is responsible for the intelligence of a human being is the what? Is the brain. So now AI is always accomplished by studying the partners of the human brain and by analyzing the what? The cognitive processes that happens. So you realize that in developed countries, in developed countries, uh, uh, we can take an example of maybe in developed countries where we have computerized cars, whereby there is no actual driver in the car, but it is able to move, whereby now they can easily achieve the self-driven cars in a way that they first study the partner of the various roads or streets, as well as the cars that are being used on such what? Such streets. For example, yes, it can be an automatic self-driven car, but when it can even go to the petrol station and be fueled, yeah, meaning that yes, the programmers are going to come up with a how can I call it, with a way how they are going to first of all understand. When you join us, always ensure that you do what? Ensure that you mute so that we don't get a lot of disruptions. But I was telling you that AI in most cases is powered by studying the partners of a human brain. So this helps to understand how human being works. Then in the same way, machines can also be um, programmed to perform and behave like so. So you may realize that actually machines can be programmed, machines can be trained to perform various work, various tasks. For example, a machine can even be trained to make campaigns. Yeah, for example, if maybe we have given elections whereby one of the candidates can have a slogan. I'm just maybe I don't know. Okay, maybe we can use a slogan like if others can, I can. So whereby maybe when the candidate is always saying if others can, the candidate expects the audience to respond by saying I can or we can. So meaning that once the machine is trained to recognize such voice, so in most cases, every time maybe there is if others can, then the machine is able to come up and respond by saying, I can, you get. So, but anyway, we shall see it in a more simpler one, in a more simpler way. So, since I've told you that artificial intelligence is basically, these are basically computer systems which are built to mimic human what? Intelligence and perform tasks, which tasks can be in the form of maybe uh, recognition of images, talk about decision making, talk about speech recognition, partners, and so on. So what makes AI unique? What makes AI so special? What makes AI admirable, and powerful as compared to human beings is the reason, it is because for it is able to perform all those tasks like recognizing images, talk about speeches, partners, and decision making more faster and accurate. The chances of making mistakes while working with AI are minimal as compared to a human being. So let us consider AI as actually an artificial human being whose power of recognizing images, power of recognizing speeches, partners, and decision making is more reliable in terms of speed as well as uh, being error free. That is why I said that when we talk about AI or what makes AI unique, special, powerful as compared to a human being, it is because it has the ability to perform all not all, but most of the stuff a human being can perform, but in a more accurate way, in a more faster way, you get. So we are going to see the various, okay, we may not go so much deep in looking at the types of AI, but of course we have quite a number of them where we have the purely reactive AIs, talk about the limited memory AIs, the theory of mind AI, which is ongoing. Then in the future, or like very soon, we shall also have what we call the software AIs, yeah, which are actually just upcoming. But I want to focus much on where AI is what is applied so that members can get to understand AI in a more simpler way because we live with it, we stay with it, we have worked with it. Only that some people may not know that maybe what they are actually collaborating or working with is the what is the AI we are talking about. So this will help you even when you are coming up with the systems. This can be in form of final year projects. This can be in form of any project, so that you are able to incorporate AI in your applications. Yes. Um, allow me to discuss a few areas where AI can be applied so that we try to understand it in a more simplified maybe aspect. Wow. Maybe I can also get some from you. If you don't mind, feel free to share some of the areas where you think AI is what? AI is applied so it can help both of us to move to the same what? Same place. Now, one of the areas where AI is most applicable in our context as Uganda or as a developing what? Developing country is basically the e-commerce or the electronic what? Electronic e-commerce. We have quite a number of applications that are built to provide the e-commerce, but when they have artificial intelligence, the attributes in them. Now, these can help to make recommendations that can help when it comes to engaging with your clients. Yeah. Maybe I can share something small so that maybe members are able to understand what I'm talking about when it comes to applying AI in what? In electronic commerce. Yeah, allow me to let me check something and I share with you something small. Check here. Yeah, someone says autonomous vehicles, very good. That is a very good example where we can apply what? We can apply AI. Thank you very much for the submission. Yeah, I've told you that we can apply AI in what? In e-commerce. how do you get to know, or how do you apply AI in e-commerce? Is, for example, if you have to happen to work on any project that has the buying and selling of stuff online, which is the e-commerce, that means you need to embed the recommendation bit of future, whereby when a user or when a customer comes to this site, for example, let me see. Are you able to view my screen?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay, maybe I think we have there is a yes, very good. There is a site called gg.ug. This one for what? For selling cars. Now let's assume maybe my interest is in maybe Subaru. So sometimes you realize that, okay, actually for them, this is a search, which search is actually AI based, whereby now the site does not get to understand whether I'm actually looking for Subaru spare parts, or I'm looking for Subaru cars. Am I looking for maybe a certain type of what? So it will suggest, it will recommend quite a number of what options regarding what I'm looking for. So, for example, maybe let's assume maybe I choose this. So you realize that we are going to return the various types of what Subarus for me to be able to make what selection. Yeah. So the customer does not constrain, does not struggle a lot when it comes to looking for what? Looking for various options. I think there is also another site in Uganda that we use when it comes to maybe cars, another e-commerce site, which is B Forward. Yeah, this is another electronic commerce platform where people can go to either buy or sell stuff. Very good. Another input from Shamira is that we can apply AI in personal assistance as well as social media. Very good. Yeah, I think we are going to look at all those so that people can understand well what we are talking about. Yeah, the same applies here. Yeah, that is when it comes to making what? Making recommendations, yeah, of the various options you can find on what? On the e-com sites. Yeah, so that members are able to understand what, people can easily choose what they prefer so easily. Then we can I think, yes, we can also, I think, apply AI in the education sector, whereby this can help like faculties or lecturers to concentrate more on the learners than the way how it would be if maybe, okay, if maybe there is no AI ability. Now using AI, lecturers or trainers can easily maybe like record or create smart what contents in form of videos, in form of audios, so that the users or learners are able to access this anytime, anywhere, without or with the less what, with the less limitations, so long as they have what, so long as they have access to network. Then Lucy says that we can also apply AI. We can also apply AI. Where is the message? Okay. Yes. Any virtual assistants like a Google Assistant, Siri, as well as Alexa. Yes, Alexa, when it comes to search engine optimization, is also always a very good one. An example of AI where it is applied. Yeah, another example I can talk about is maybe applying AI in our normal lifestyle. Yes, using the example of Shamira, where she talked about the autonomous what? Autonomous vehicles. Yeah, this for them they can use what we call the power of machine learning that can train. This is when like these computers are trained, these cars are trained, because when I talk of these cars, I mean the computers in the cars. Yes, these cars are trained to think and they evolve like what? Real human beings. So, a very good example, most of the cars that come of late, you realize that a car, if you are reversing a car, you can easily get to know whether you are nearing a certain object, and then the car will warn you that you are about to do what? You're about to knock. You get. So instead of having maybe a parking guide somewhere standing, directing you, can you turn this? Can you turn this? I mean, these computers in these cars are able to uh, sense. Yeah, they use sensors to detect objects which are near these cars, so that you are able to know that, you know what, yes, I'm nearing a certain object, and maybe I need to do what? To stop. Yeah, there are some advanced cars whereby the moment your car is maybe speeding at a certain rate, and the car has how can I call it? The car uh, foresee, the car can foresee some danger maybe before you reach there, then it will control the speed, because in most cases these are automatic what? Automatic cars. So it will compare the nearing environment. For example, if the road you are heading to is a slippery kind of maybe surface, so and you are running at high speed, it will compare the slippery road, the kind of tires on your car, as well as the speed you are at with. So it will obviously control the speed so that the person in the car does not get danger out of what? Out of overspeeding or on a slippery what? On a slippery road. You get? Yeah. Another example we can talk about is still in the lifestyle kind of approach, is what we call like the spam filters. Everyone almost has at least worked with this in your emails. Yeah, in your emails, whereby uh, email providers like a Gmail, talk about Zoho Mail, Yahoo Outlook, they all have what we call the spam filters, which can help to sort out all unsolicited emails and redirect them to what we call the spam box, so that they don't hit your inbox direct. You get. So at least we have seen this and we work with this. So meaning that these email providers have AI in there, whereby once it suspects a certain unsolicited email, then it will obviously just direct it towards that one, that box. Then we can also actually talk about what we call the facial recognition. Yeah, facial recognition, this is common even in our what? In our phones. Yes, whereby very many smartphones have that attribute, but now that attribute is the power of artificial what? Artificial intelligence. So instead of having someone come to recognize that the so and so is that one, yes, a machine can have that ability to compare the face being scanned with the face that you saved in the settings of this phone when you are registering facial recognition what authentication. You get, yeah. So very many phones have this attribute. Talk about laptops, so they use what we call like the face filters, yeah, to detect and identify the authorized what users of such what of such devices. Then we can also, I think, talk about the recommended systems. Uh, YouTube has this. Yeah, recommended systems. YouTube has this, whereby any one of you can go to YouTube, and the moment you just type in the domain name of YouTube, in most cases they are going to first present to you. Remember, you have not specified what you want to search on YouTube, but the moment you um, type in YouTube, then obviously the home page is going to come with some videos, which videos are likely to be your preference. Yes. So this can be determined based on what do you normally search while you are on maybe the internet. So since these cookies are always uh, stored in your browser, so it becomes easy with the system like YouTube that has AI in it to know and guess what the customer or what the user uh, needs or preferences are likely to do what? Are likely to basically be. Then Shamira says that we can apply AI in healthcare. Perfect. Yeah. AI can be used in healthcare, for example, when it comes to building sophisticated machines, which machines can be used in either identifying the disease or detecting the disease or carrying out diagnosis, or this can be used even when it comes to recommending what appropriate medicine you get. So we have very many, even here in Uganda, we have at least some machines that can be used to detect and actually identify cancer cells. Yeah, we have the most common one that I always find in most hospitals is called the Gene Expert. This machine is, of course, popular here in Uganda, and it is used much when it comes to detecting the TB. Yes, tuberculosis disease. You realize that it has AI, whereby once it studies the partners, once it studies the samples taken from the suspected patient and it compares it with what was saved in it as the likelihood kind of symptoms, signs of TB, then it returns the results of such a what? Of such a patient you get. Yeah, then another person was Nakato Esther, who said that yes, AI can also be used in business to detect fraud. That is 100% right. That is 100% right. Now, we have very many uh, upcoming technologies, which technologies come with the issues, whereby if you are not careful, it can, instead of benefiting the society. Instead, it can just harm the society if you're not careful. For example, for example, um, during our time of school, we had a colleague who was so good when it comes to security. Actually, I'm talking about databases. And this guy was actually allowed to go and carry out internship in one of the most popular banks. And what happened is that every time a transaction could go from this bank, from any branch, across the country, this person's account could always receive a token, a certain percentage, depending on how much has been transacted, either in terms of, but in most cases, it was based on withdrawals. So he had programmed in a way that every time a transaction is made in terms of withdrawal of money, then a certain portion be directly to his account. By the time, and sometimes it becomes hard even to do what? To know. Yes, it becomes hard to know that maybe a certain percentage has been deducted. For example, if you withdraw actually something like 10,000 and it is only maybe 700 that has been deducted, sometimes you may not even get to know, or you may not do what? Take it serious. And someone who withdraws maybe 1M and is just 7,000 that has been deducted, sometimes yes, I mean, then it is like that. And by then, banks were not so many, whereby now people could do Linda first mute your device so that you don't get a lot of disruptions. What happened was that by the time they realized that he was actually cheating the bank, it was already too late when he had accumulated close to 5.5 billion Uganda shillings. Yeah. Unfortunately, later he was arrested and he never even completed his school, though on a good side of his, he won the case and be released. Then, but up to now, actually, he has never finished school. Anyway, like he dropped out from that incident, and he has been, yet he's a very good, intelligent programmer. He has gone to various countries doing programming. But so what I wanted to let you know is that there is a lot of what cloud, with the technology. So that is why now AI now comes in with an extra eye to know what the human being may take long to see or don't actually even see. But with the help of AI, you are able to know that maybe the person who is trying to access this account is not the true owner. For example, actually, even our phones, even if you have Mapesa phone with the mobile money service, mobile money now also has what? AI in it, whereby the moment you enter a wrong PIN once and it tries, then actually they even warn you that the moment you do so for the third time, we are going to lock the account. There is no person who's there waiting to lock the account, but the machine has been programmed in a way that it can only and only allow invalid PIN 2 times. And the moment this same person enters the wrong PIN again, then obviously it suspends the account as maybe they try to investigate, because it suspects that maybe this is not the true owner of this particular account. So that is all powered by what? Powered by AI. Thank you very much, Esther, for that contribution of detecting the fraud. Then we also have what you call the use of AI. I mean, we can also apply AI in human resource. Yes, we can use AI software when it comes to maybe now hiring staff. Very many big organizations actually in Uganda have now adopted what? Adopted the use of AI in their business processes. A very good example I can give you is that of Uganda Revenue Authority when it comes to recruiting. Yeah, they always use a certain food called Goli. It's called Test Gorilla. Yes, very good. Actually, even when you those who have access, you can just enter Test Gorilla. Test Gorilla is an AI tool which is used worldwide when it comes to executing the human resource work activities. For example, uh, shortlisting candidates, interviewing them, uh, the entire hiring process you get. Yeah, so Testability is one of them, and the MSCSF uses it, URA uses it. So you realize that AI can be applied in what? The human resource, even when it comes to coming up with opportunity questions, talk about video interviews. No one is there to check whether you are going to cheat or not, but they made testimony that in a way that it first um, ask you to ensure that the role you are going to take the video interview in, is out of noise. Then next time, it also asks you to turn on your camera. Once the camera is turned on, then it is able to capture the surrounding environment. And in case you have, actually, it first even asks you to take the camera to 360 angles so that it ensures that there is no person maybe who's helping you, and actually it is an effective tool. So you realize that now companies are actually investing and adopting to AI when it comes to what? To the human resource work processes. Then we can also, I think, say that AI does well in the agriculture sector. Here, the very good example I will give you is our own application called the Jaguza Livestock app. Now, this Jaguza Livestock application is used by farmers to detect uh, defects in the soil. But now, for it focuses much on the livestock, whereby you get to know how your animals at the farm are performing in terms of health, in terms of activities. For example, once the Jaguza Livestock app detector is installed on the cow's ear, then you get to know each and everything pertaining the life of this particular animal using your phone. If the cow does not move, maybe from one place to another, you know, maybe it is sick, and sometimes if the temperature rises, still you get to know. And in case maybe this cow does not come back to its usual point, you know that maybe yes, the cow is getting lost. I mean, you can easily take action and notify people who are on the ground to find out why this cow is stuck somewhere with the GPS indicated. So you realize that with AI, we can actually almost apply it in each and every sector. So this can be something that is of great what? Of great use. Yeah, excuse me.